light coming. I mean, put in the middle.
Middle.
Or like put at the back of this first row, then zoom it.
We don't want people to be touching it, since we have not arranged that seat before. Just be touching.
Okay, all this is passive. Okay.
You know, people want to see seats.
So what I mean is that at the back, like you need everything.
Behind it,
Then zoom it.
because when you are the people say we will not be able to capture the distance we need to capture. And then we'll still take quiet too.
The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 3, verse 1, and I am Emmanuel in Bebu. I'm sorry, it often happens. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 3, verse 1, that the serpent was cunning, subtle, crafty, and clever, from whichever version you want to understand that from. Which today we can describe it simply as smartness. Revelation 3:12 verse 9 tells us that there was actually war in heaven, and then that old serpent called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world, was sent out of him. The line word is that he deceives the whole world. In 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, Paul tells us, lest Satan take advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. Lest Satan take advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. And the Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, from verse 10 to 12, that the man of sin will be revealed. But in that man of sin, through him working with the powers of Satan, will lead into all unrighteous deception. All unrighteous deception. The Bible tells us. Friends, it's interesting to note that in line with this, and with the development and the growth of the church as it was, from the early church, there came persecution. In the midst of persecution, the saints, the believers who were there were now afraid of their own selves, and they had to give in to allow those who were seen to be converted to come in. From that period came in creeping compromise, as was well identified. In the book, The Great Controversy, page 49, paragraph 2, and White tells us, little by little, at first in stealth and silence, and then more openly as it increased in strength and gained control of the minds of men, the mystery of iniquity carried forward its deceptive and blasphemous work. Almost imperceptibly, the customs of hedonism found their way into the Christian church. The spirit of compromise and conformity became the norm. So the question is, what is compromise? And how does compromise play out in worship today? I want to go first with Brother Kings.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I think when I look at compromise in a very simple way, I look at it that when a standard is anything that is below that standard, I have compromised. You know, this compromise can be negative, can be positive. So if God says, for example, thou shalt not steal, Jesus said that he has come to save the lost, right? But he didn't reduce the standard by saying, now that I have come, continue to sin or continue to steal. So no matter what I do in my business, that I have to take that which doesn't belong to me. I have study, which means I have compromised the standard that says thou shalt not say. I just want to bring it in a simpler way that I will understand it. Maybe while I'm discussing, you may just find